Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Roger, and this is your daily tarot map for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2017, using tarot to create the life you want. Well, first off, I want to thank everybody for liking these videos, for sharing them on your social networks, for subscribing to this channel. I really appreciate all of your support. So this week, we continue our work with the Tarot Decoratif, created by the talented Ciro Marchetti. And the three cards drawn randomly from the deck today were the Pope, the Popess, and the Ace of Wands. So I find it noteworthy that both the Hierophant and the High Priestess showed up in today's reading. Now, in this deck, they're represented by the Pope and the Popess. So the Hierophant is the external form of the High Priestess and is often about our search for meaning. So this might be a call for us to spend some time to examine our higher purpose and examine our principles and our beliefs. This means that you might want to spend some time grappling with questions that reach far beyond the normal mundane topics of income, security, success, recognition. The Hierophant stands for the search for something deeper and asks us whether our work and our goals are in alignment and in harmony with our principles and our conscience. We see this idea continue with our next card, the Popess. Now, as I mentioned, she's the counterpart of the Pope or the Hierophant, and represents more of an internal search for meaning. So this might mean paying special attention to our intuition, our dreams, those gut feelings that many of us might experience from time to time. Now, the search for meaning that we're talking about could point to spirituality, religion, or simply a philosophy about life. So while the Hierophant points to external elements such as organized religion, structure of society, groups, or organizations that we belong to, the High Priestess represents stillness and quiet. So when this card shows up, it often advises us to spend time in meditation and contemplation. Now, I don't see these two cards in opposition to each other, but rather complementing each other. When we search for meaning or search for purpose in our life, we typically don't look to either internal sources or external sources, but rather we look to a combination of both. We all go through phases in life when we feel that the path we're on might not be the correct one, or that perhaps it's time to change direction in some way. So this might cause us to examine not only the social groups and organizations that we belong to, but also our spirituality and philosophy, that which we believe. So these searches often don't come easy, as they require time, patience, and experience. And given that we're at the beginning of a new year, these two cards might be a call for many of us to take some action steps in order to find that which is more fulfilling to us, both externally and internally. So what we might be called here to do is to try something new. Maybe join a group or take on a program of esoteric study that is completely new to us, which is well represented by our third card, the Ace of Wands, or batons in this deck. So this card symbolizes inspiration, new beginnings, and great opportunities for finding fulfillment. The Ace of Wands, this is the card of the pioneer spirit, the idea that our destiny holds opportunities for us if we're willing to take steps to progress towards it. So this might involve taking risks, stepping outside of our comfort zone, and trying something completely new. It often involves examining closely our view of the world and whether it's time for us to change that viewpoint to something new or something different. Now, it's worth mentioning here that I've seen the High Priestess and the Hierophant come up together to represent the teaching of spirituality to others, or becoming a spiritual leader yourself. So if this is something that resonates with you, then it might be worthy of some consideration. So the message today for these 3 cards is, it's been said that our main concern is not to gain pleasure or to avoid pain, but rather to see a meaning in our life. It is through continuous growth and progress that gives words such as improvement, achievement, and success their meaning. So today's advice card comes from the Chronicles of Destiny fortune cards, and the card drawn randomly from the deck today is Sinking Ship. So at first glance, this seems somewhat of a negative card. The ship is going down. But actually, it's quite relevant to today's reading. The sinking ship represents that which is not working for us. So this could be a job you don't like, toxic people in our life, organizations or hobbies that don't fulfill us, that suck up all our time and leave us empty, or even a spirituality that's leaving us empty. So, like we saw with today's cards, some of us might be called to cut out that which is no longer working in our lives and instead search for that which truly fulfills us, that brings us joy, that sets our soul on fire. I find that the beginning of a new year is an excellent time to do some house cleaning and to set goals that will help us in leading a fuller, more enriching life. And that is your daily tarot map for today. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd click the like button. And to find out my information, you can visit my website at tarot-dude.com. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Brightest blessings.